zone. With us today, you can see on the TV both sides warming up, and with us here is Peter Playford. How are you, Peter?
Mate, I'm well. I'm looking forward to seeing these two teams come together for the start of the 20s competition. But as you said, the conditions aren't great. We've had a hot one week and wet the next, so it'll be interesting to see how the boys handle it.
Yes, it certainly will be, and good form early season by the Gen Blue side from New South Wales. They had a couple of trial matches and looking pretty good. Out to make amends, I guess, for last year. They had a young side last year, so a few names that we saw last year coming up and turning 20 and about to maybe take this competition by storm.
Yeah, quite a few young guys that have got another year to go in Colts, but we'll see them in action pretty soon. But the guys for mine are Ryan McCauley, who's come off a NRC season with the Eagles last year and performed really well, and Lockie Swinton, the big number 6 who plays at Sydney Uni, who played a first grade grand final last year and ran around in the trials for the Tars. So those two for mine will be good.
Yeah, definitely. All the 6 and 7 for the Waratahs, Lachlan Swinton and Lachlan Simpson. Bit of a tongue twister there, but both players are up and coming, and both players definitely to look out for in the loose forwards there. Very interested to see how Theo Strang goes for this Gen Blue side. Played well last year, coming of age this year maybe, and very good around the rucks.
Yeah, look, Theo's been a really interesting one. He had an injury last year around this game, which ruled him out for a while, but he's a really good talent. I picked him in the Stars 2 years ago, straight out of school. So he'll be looking forward to making sure that he has a clean run this year and put his best foot forward.
So yeah, definitely looking forward to the centre midfield batter out there. Lokatui, who we saw last year on the wing for the Gen Blue side, coming up against Jordan Holgate. Coming over from WA, plenty of raps on Jordan, hard-running inside centre. So it should be a good physical battle in the midfield as well, Peter.
Yeah, look, I don't know too much about these centres, but you know, you say this Jordan's got a good rap, so hopefully we can see some good footy in these conditions. But you know, there's Jaffa Williams from Gen Blue on the wing, who's got some good raps from Joey. So hopefully the conditions allow him to throw the ball around and we can see some good tries.
So we're going to the kick-off right now. It's Gen Blue kicking off, running right to left on your screens. And here we go. It is showtime here at Kippax Oval. And it's a wonky, wobbly-looking kick out wide, but coming down with it, it looks like it's going to be advantage played. A knock-on early by the Gen Blue side. But good to see them contesting straight away, Peter.
Yeah, good start from both teams there, you know, to put a bit of pressure on the kickoff. So first scrum of the game, you know how much I love scrums. Yeah,
definitely. Part of your forte and part of the expertise that you bring to the commentary team here on Rugby.com.au.
Just 8 guys pushing against 8 guys, mate. Can't be that hard, can it?
Of course, streaming live on Rugby.com.au and also live on Facebook as well. Great initiative by the team at Rugby.com.au. As we go to the first scrum now, looks fairly evenly matched as Rory O'Sullivan feeds the ball, and good scrum there by the Western Force. Gen Blue probably wasn't expecting that little inside move there, and up the centre there, as we said. Holgate taking a good run there, and the big dummy. Good defence there by this Gen Blue side as they swing it wide straight away and looking to expose that fringe there, Peter.
Yeah, some good early signs from the Force here, keeping the ball in hand and getting around the corner pretty quick, earning themselves a penalty. So it's a good start by the Force boys. Yeah,
good line speed by the Gen Blue side there, but I guess Harry Chapman just creeping up out of the line there and getting caught for the offside. Making up a very formidable front row here for this Gen Blue side. Johnson Holmes, of course, former Golden Blue boot winner. Phil Bradford and Harry Chapman, all hailing from the Hunter Valley, Peter.
They must love their wines, mate. Yeah, Johnson Holmes has got huge raps on him.
He's another one that trained with the full-time squad through the summer.
Wearing sunscreen on a day like today as well, just like Tim Rapp I saw before the game. Putting some sunscreen on to protect himself.
There's certainly a good line out there as we see Lachlan Simpson take the ball up and over that 10-metre line. The ball coming back now, setting up for the kick. Safety first there. Nick Wilkinson with a pretty deep kick, but taken easily in the end there by Clay Ewan. He looks to counter-attack there and almost catching the Gen Blue side off guard.
I was speaking to Paddy McCutcheon, who's doing his first senior game of football today as a coach, and he had big raps on Nick Wilkinson in the number 10 jersey. So
had a few problems last year with injury, and good to see him back on the park. As now the Force side looking to take it forward through Malolo. Big bulking hookers. Now they go wide again, looking to kick over the top was Honduras, and that's beaten the winger there in James Ram. And that'll trickle over the sideline. So, again, the pressure on this Gen Blue side to get it out of their own half. And to be fair, it's a pretty good start by the Force side.
Yeah, putting a lot of pressure on. You know, playing smart footy in these conditions, looking for a bit of grass behind the boys there. So, good start. If we can just get a bit more visibility here, we can get a bit more insights into the game.
Yeah, those viewers out there not familiar with Kippax, we are at ground level. It's raining and we're in a tent. And the crowd's right in front of us. As they obligingly move, and that's good to see, and that's what rugby's all about, as the Western Force now take it forward. And coming down the sideline there was Vanderhayden, big, tall, lanky lock, playing for the Force, and now the Force attacking. Good run there by Stafford, setting the play up, and now they go wide. Hondros, little kick forward, almost caught there, napping the Gen Blue side, and now they counter-attack, going down the sideline. Oh, spilling the ball on the far side there was Clements, so now the Force looking to counter-attack, and that is a pretty good run in the end by the fly half, Hondros, and now they attack the short side. Good little play there, advantage being played as we hear the referee.
Really good quality.
Good passage of play there, Peter.
Yeah, great quality of footy. They're getting some good width in the 10. And he's challenging him. He's seeing a bit of space in the background. He's got some good vision, this 10. So,
yeah, Anthony Hondros, for our viewers out there, looks pretty sharp on his feet, willing to take the line on as well.
The conditions aren't stopping the width of that pass, which I like to see.
And they bred a couple of good fly halves in the last few years. They had Nick Juice, didn't they, coming through the system over in Western Australia?
Yeah, a lot of homegrown talent here, which is, the Force being over there for quite a few years now. So you can see quite a few young guys coming through the program and rolling into the Super Rugby as well.
So good scrum again by the Force, and that's a penalty in the end to the Gen Blue side. But really putting the pressure on at scrum time here, the team from WA, Peter.
Yeah, which is we talked up the front row of the Gen Blue team. So the Force must have brought their A game as well.
Well, Sam Malolo, he's playing in at the number 2 jersey. He is a big, big lad out there, leading this pack around at the moment, taking plenty of crash ball up as well. They're playing very direct, the Force, as we see 5 minutes pass. So a good chance now for the Gen Blue side to attack. Phil Bradford with the ball. Coming in, not the best set piece, but they do come up with it in the end. Swinton it was with the grab as Bradford comes around. Good run by Bradford, the hooker. Making good break inside. Oh, Johnson Holmes, here they come. And that is the first try. Theo Strang, good halfback's try there, Peter.
Yeah, great bit of work there. Huge run up there by Bradford, the hooker. Look for the offload and a good halfback there, Strang, supporting up the middle of the field for a great try.
Look at the ball skills between the front rows. We see the last pass there. Bradford to Johnson Holmes to Strang.
2-1-9. That's your trifecta. And Johnson Holmes showing a good bit of skill there to get the ball quickly to Theo Strang, and it's just a walk across the line for him.
Of course, this game being brought to you by Rugby.com.au.
Bit of run against the play there. You know, the Force have had the ascendancy in these first 6 minutes, so it's a good bit of play for the Gen Blue team to cross the line there.
The coaches will be happy, definitely opening the points. We saw this game last year where they played the Reds, Peter, and they were up against it at halftime. I think by memory it was about 20 points down at halftime, and they came back and made a game of it. But they'll enjoy the start right here today at Kippax. And the flags stay down for that one, so the score remains 5-0.
Looking forward to a big game tonight between the Tars and the Force.
Yeah, it should be a big game. We saw the Waratahs early in the pre-season, and they look very, very strong, don't they?
Yeah, they do. A bit of a hiccup last week against the Highlanders, so they'll be looking forward to a huge start.
That ball is belted over halfway.
Big crowd on the other side of the field today.
Yeah, it's actually surprising considering the weather. And, of course, if you are listening out there, there's still some tickets available for tonight's game here at Allianz as well.
About 30,000 of them.
No, sales have gone pretty well, I'm told. The rain's clearing as well as we see 5 on 4 at the line out. Quick one taken. Andros delivering again to his outside runner. That time it was Vui. As they pick and drive now, here he is again. Long ball out wide, and the no-look pass wasn't quite on there, Peter.
No, but I'm really impressed with how they're looking to shift the ball. You know, these conditions could make you really want to hold it in and look for field position, but they're actually challenging themselves to make a game of it. So hats off to both teams on that.
He's a very big body, isn't he, the 12 out there, Jordan Holgate. We spoke about him pre-match. But certainly, if he winds up, he's going to be hard to stop.
Getting an up-close view of him right now, there's some huge people in that in both teams. Some good height, which is good signs for Australian rugby coming through.
Yeah, definitely. The next generation here, the Super 20s, being brought to you by Rugby.com.au. As the ball comes in.
A lot of pressure coming through.
Yeah, very good scrum. We can see it. It's right in front of us here, Peter. And here comes the Gen Blue side. Driving over. The front row can tip their hats to that one as the ball kicked downfield there by Lokatui. Nice kick, not a bad chase on it either, but in the end, Ewan is back there and he clears the ball. And Wilkinson won't look for the quick throw.
You can see the pressure in that scrum when they're not actually hooking for the ball. You know, they realise that they've got to have all 8 pushing, so a huge amount of pressure coming through from both packs.
Well, that ball's been taken back in there, so it's going to be a good advantage here for this Gen Blue side. With Phil Bradford opening them up in a similar position about 5 minutes ago. He's got the ball now. That line out was better, but it's going to be called back. So the set piece not quite working for this Gen Blue side at the line out, Peter.
Now the line out's been a bit tricky, and the conditions are probably determining that. But yet again, let's look for a huge scrum here from the Gen Blue pack.
So here they come. Short arm. So again, the pressure relieved for this Force side, and you can just feel the game's turned a little bit here, Peter.
Yeah, it's slowed down a bit. The pace has gone out of it, which is probably a good play by the Gen Blue team, but I think the Force have still got a bit of ascendancy, getting a line out inside the half.
So Bradford with a quick one this time, just trying to hurry it up. And again, very scrappy at the back, but it's going to be a knock-on called. So just not quite getting it right. They tried to hurry up the line out that time, and it just didn't come off for them, Peter.
Yeah, both packs have got some huge second rowers. So winning their own ball, you know, with the height they've got, you can see the Force boys there. With the height they've got, you'd think they'd be plucking him out of the sky, but just not going to hand for both teams in the line out.
As we see the transition to the scrum there.
Matty Bowman, the assistant coach for the Gen Blue, would be just rubbing his hands with glee with these scrums. He'd have a whole game of scrums if he could.
So here they come again. Lokatui taking that ball forward. Good strong run by the inside centre. Advantage played. Little knock on there. But the Force have it. And again, they look to go wide straight away, but cut down and turned over. So the referee will call it back for the original knock-on.
Yeah, we talked up the skill set early in the first 10 minutes, but this next set has just been a little bit sloppy. So the coaches will be sitting there just saying to tighten it up. You know, I'd be playing a bit of field position now just to make sure that we're not making the mistakes in our half and put a bit of heat on with our defence.
So Hondras and Clay Ewan stacked to the right. The big bodies are on the left. Scrum centre field.
Well, he's kicked that back straight to the Tars here. This is a good chance for the Tars.
Yeah, good tight out there. Now the Tars looking to attack straight away. Running back towards the forwards in the end. Here they come. The dummy's thrown, almost getting through the other side. Wilkinson taking the line on the short ball there. Good angle run, but again, the slippery conditions not playing into the Gen Blues' hand here at Kippax. As we see the ball come back and again cleared. So Honduras and letting the ball go out on the full. So that is going to be taken all the way back there. And Tim Clements with the good foresight to let that ball sail into touch there, Peter.
He's got a big kick, this 10 from the force. He's quite impressive, actually. He's guiding the team around, and yeah, but that time just put a bit too much pepper on it.
So the Gen Blue side, they have to get it right here, and they do. The ball comes off the back, looking to attack, turning back on the inside there. Lokatui takes a couple with him. They're 15 outs. Happy to pick and drive there, and now they look to shift it through the forwards and around the corner. This could be try time here. They're very close. Pulled down centimetres short here. And the ball coming out the back, it'll be a penalty.
Nice patches of play there, Ryan McCauley, throwing out the back to Wilkinson. Just thought they were running a little bit of crossfield there, the backs, but if they would have straightened out, it might have been a bit easier, but still, nonetheless, 5 metre line out. Pressure back onto the force.
Yeah, Chi Cam there, the outside centre kind of drifted across, didn't he, where he probably should have straightened up and drawn him past. And in any case, wasn't to be, but here they go. What are they going to do here? They set up for the maul. They drive it forward. It's been taken down. The referee saying play on, though. So here they come, taking the line on again. Looking to do it himself and driving forward was Wilkinson. They're going to go to the left, and if they can get it through the hands, it might be trouble, but taken down there was Swinton. Going wide, he's a little bit isolated there. Here's Strang. Strang. Is he over? They're ever so close, Peter. So it's going to be a penalty in front of the sticks. Easy points. Do you take them, Peter? Or do you back your youth?
No, I think you got it. What are they going to do? Go tap here. They're playing that attacking style. Swinton takes the ball forward, centimetres away from the line.
Yeah, nice work, Swinton. They'll pick and drive. He's close. Johnson Holmes. Nice work. The big man. He's well vetted. He's a future of Australian rugby, and he scores his first try in the Super 20s competition.
He went very close to play before, so I knew he was a bit hungry, and he's got there by the smallest of margins, but he'd say it's about a 30-metre run, I think, as the night goes on.
Took him a while, had to wrestle a bit, and the big smile goes on the big red-headed prop from Newcastle.
Yeah, the Gen Blue are just taking their opportunities a bit more than the Force. You know, a bit of a wind out there which favours the Gen Blue. But still, this should go over to have a 12-0 lead to the Gen Blue team.
And the Super 20, such an important part now of pathways for the Australian Rugby Union. It's a shortened comp, 5 rounds plus the final. And, of course, players going back into their clubs as well, feeding back into that system. They've got it right, haven't they, Peter?
Yeah, they've got a really good platform and framework now, the Australian rugby. It's just a matter of getting the most out of it, giving the guys the best opportunity to play, roll into the Australian 20s, roll into the NRC, and then hopefully build our Super Rugby teams over the coming years? Because there's been a bit of talk about, do we get rid of some? You know?
I think Darwin should have a team, Peter.
Yeah, I think we flood the market. I think we go to every corner.
So here comes the kickoff. It's a high one. It's deep into the Waratahs half, the Gen Blue side. Now taking it forward up towards that 10-metre line, and Johnson Holmes wrestling there in the ruck as the ball comes back, and it's a high one. It's hard to take there as Ewan takes it, and now he's looking to step and dance, and he's put on his back by a very good kick chase there, but now the Force get the ball over the halfway with some very good hands, some good ball movement, Peter.
Yeah, very good. I'm liking how they just turned the little tip on, which is getting the guys inside the line and behind the line and making it much harder for the defence to come as one and fast. So some good play here by the Force. They deserve a try.
Yeah, they certainly do, as Vui just hit that one straight off the half back there, and he was dealt with by his opposite number in Chapman. And now they've lost about 10 metres here as Hondras puts it in behind, and it's a good option there as Clements is forced to turn and chase. And he puts a ball on his foot over the halfway. And good result. I thought he got a bit more distance on that, to be fair, Peter.
Oh, it might be a bit dubious. But no, the 9, a few sloppy passes there which put the Force under a bit of pressure. But again, Honduras sees the space, puts it in behind. You know, it's a hard kick through the guys. So he's taking this game by the scruff of the neck. So I think try is just around the corner here, Gareth.
And that one comes off the back. So the Force now attacking through Stafford. The ball comes wide now. Vui. Very hard to put down, but he's put down in some very good line speed there. Again, shown by the Gen Blue side in their own 20. O'Sullivan tries to go himself, but that A and B defence there by the Gen Blue side. Very good at the moment, Peter, and not giving them anything at all.
I think they've pulled him up here for a bit of a high tackle on the 9.
Just play. There's no head contact. Yep.
Yeah,
well, the yellow card's been...
This is a new rule they're bringing out. No attacking the head. So the referees this year across all the grades have been told to really stamp down on it, which is a good initiative. You know, we want our heads to be protected. It's probably the best part of most of these guys' body.
Unlike our day, Peter.
Maybe not the front row, but I'm sure the wingers really value their looks and their hair and their every part of their body.
Well, certainly the halfbacks. Yeah, definitely creeping up around there. So now the man advantage to the Force.
You could see that a lot actually now. The halfbacks just darting out of around the rucks to try and get their head taken off. You know, get the man advantage. So let's see if Theo Strain takes the lead as well and cops one for his side.
So here's Hondras. Dummies on the outside. O'Sullivan back inside.
Classic.
Nice pass. Almost there. Great set move. Under pressure now, the Gen Blue side. They go wide.
Great defence.
The gap opened up and it closed pretty quickly there. Malolo. They're 10 out. O'Sullivan. Little short ball off the back of the ruck, and they're creeping. They're very close now, the Force. Here he is again. Malolo.
Ooh.
He's dropped the ball there, has he? Yes, he has. The referee spots it. So unlucky there, and a bit of push and shove as they remind him of his mistake and what it's probably cost his team there, Peter.
Yeah, no uncertain terms, but no, it's good to see a little bit of fire. You know, this 20s comp means something to these guys, and Malolo there, he's had a few nice runs in this half. You know, really tugged in there, but just couldn't control the ball there. Otherwise, I think he'd be very close to getting that ball over the line. Force have been unlucky here.
Yeah, they have. They've threatened for quite some time, pretty much from the start of the match, and if only for the Phil Bradford break, the score would be almost 0-0, Peter.
Yeah, but it's not. It's 12-0. Gen Blue have got that ascendancy, so the Force will be looking to make sure they have a big scrum here and try and get a line out on about the 22.
So Strang with the ball, looking to feed the scrum, of course. The Gen Blue side, man down. As the ball comes in, good scrum there by the Force, and immediately feeling the effect of the sin binning.
Great work by Theo Strang. You know, very dominant scrum by the Force. He gets the ball out. It's a wonky old kick with a good result around the 22.
Yeah, definitely not the best looking kick as the ball rolls towards the commentary box there. Malone lets the ball go over. It was a tough one to take. So not a bad result in the end for the Gen Blue side, but still under enormous amounts of pressure here, Peter.
Yeah, look, the Force really need to capitalise on this extra man. You know, if they don't get away, don't come with any points here, you know, I can't see him coming back. I've called it early.
And now the ball passed on by O'Sullivan, putting his players under a little bit of pressure there, but they seem to be going all right. And big Akolo there, damaging number 8, and that ball again loose. The Gen Blue side calling for a knock on, but the referee says it's fine.
What I like at this level is you can hear through the referee's microphone the talk that's out there. It's a really good sign to see the guys talking and getting away. That's the biggest very weakness in the young guys coming through. So to see that level of talk, you know, it's a good sign for the next level and the coaching that's going into these players.
Well, you're always a little bit more chirpy when you're 20 years old, aren't you, Peter?
Yeah, but not necessarily on the footy field. A lot of them go quiet, you know. So, you know, when you're doing all the coaching of the younger guys, that's the thing I always say. It's the first thing you learn in all your skills is your voice.
Well, they're learning here and picking and driving, and he's over! Shamvui. Shamvui.
Sham, wow. What a great try there. And that's probably a just reward for the front rower.
He's had a very good game so far, plenty of good carries and under a bit of pressure early on in the scrum, but they've certainly come back here, the Force, and damaging at the moment, led by that man on screen, the try scorer, Vui.
So tries to front rowers. Which is,
who would have thought, given the conditions, I thought maybe it was a winger's day out here today, Peter, but
very
look
good
at the replay.
Very good vision there. He's sat in there as a blocker, picked it up and gone straight through, no one in front of him. Honduras now. He should put this over for a 12-7 lead by Gen Blue, but that's a great result and great hit back by the Force.
And he's put that straight between the uprights, and the score now 12-7, and the Gen Blue side probably a little bit up against it now.
Yeah, look, I think the Force were always pressuring the team. A man down by Gen Blue, and they've got the points they need. They'll be looking to put another one on before he comes back onto the field. Kick off here by Wilkinson.
Inside.
And now given a disposal right down the field there. Nice kick there by the fullback. He's had a good game, hasn't he, Ewan?
Yeah, you know, hadn't had that many opportunities, but he's sitting at the back there and clearing the ball when needed. So I'm just waiting for this game to open up a bit. You know, it's all a bit round the rucks, which is just due to the weather. But you know, I think both sides are looking for that next opportunity.
So Bradford with the throw. It goes over the top, and again, not completing the set piece there. Now they're in a bit of trouble as the Force look to spread the ball wide. There's the try scorer, Vui offloading. Makolo. Here they come, the Force. And they go again, picking and driving, playing very direct here, and it's working for them.
Yeah, they're really targeting around the rucks there. And then we got the Honduras.
Little kick in behind, didn't quite come off, and now the Gen Blue side looking to counter-attack.
He's made the wrong option there. We've been really highly, you know, giving him a lot of raps, but that was definitely...
Should have trusted his outside backs as they look to counter-attack here.
Didn't need to kick that. Now he's put his team under an enormous amount of pressure.
Struggling to get back to the Forces now. The Gen Blue side drive over. Play on, says the referee. As Malone now makes a break, and here's Ewan. Little one-on-one, and that is a try.
For Stafford.
That came from nowhere, Stafford going over in the corner.
You
So
can
now the scores are going to be locked up, Peter, and the Force have the opportunity to go.
Go to the lead. You can see here, you know, a bit of a scrappy little ruck, but the boys played it on. Nice flick passes. Been really, really impressed with the skill set. Simple 2-on-1. Stafford goes over.
The easy stuff, the 1%ers there, Peter.
Big kick now by
Tough
Hondras.
kick from the sideline, isn't it? But he certainly strikes them well, Hondras.
We'll get more familiar with these names as the competition goes on. We put a bit of an O in his name there before, Honduras. We'll go back with Honduras. He can be whatever he can call whatever he wants if he hits this.
It sounds more flamboyant for such a flamboyant player, Peter.
Gets up on his toes. I'm backing this one in, straight over the black dot.
He's very composed here as he comes in now. He strikes the ball. It's coming around, and make no mistake about it, the flags go up and the Force hit the lead for the first time here today at Kippax.
Yeah, look, 12-0 down. They've taken full advantage of Lockie Swinson being in the bin to go to the lead, 14-12. So Gen Blue, now they have to be the ones that set the tone, and I'd go long here if I was kicking off.
Well, they went long, and here they come now through the big number 8 of Colwell. Really need to pressure here, the Gen Blue side. O'Sullivan getting a wonky-looking pass to Hondras, and he gets it downfield, and oh, that is a mistake in front of the home crowd there by James Ram, the winger, and that has relieved all the pressure they were putting on there, Peter.
Rugby's a funny game, you know. It was only 5 minutes ago that Gen Blue were all over them, you know, and the Force had yet to put the pressure on. Now they're 14-12 up, and I called it and said the Force might be added if they don't get a try. Might be the other way if Gen Blue can't turn around this little bit of momentum.
Well, they're right into it here. As we see the Gen Blue side with a full complement now. So it'll be interesting to see how this scrum goes. We saw the Gen Blue side dominate early on, but here come the Force. Nice. Solid effort by the pack there as Hondras juggles the ball, and not the best pass there again by O'Sullivan. Trying to get too wide maybe in these conditions, Peter.
No, I encourage it. I think that's just a simple drop, but the wider they get, the more pressure they put on the defence. And I think if they tighten up, it'll just turn into a, an old-fashioned, big hit-on. But I think that they need to keep it wide and challenge their skills. That was just a simple drop by Honduras, but, really impressed with the front rows and the scrums. It's been a weakness of Australian rugby over the years, and to see a platform like this, at the lower and the under-20s, good work by all the junior development officers around Australia and rugby's investment into that, because you can see from Test rugby that the front row have got a big, as much as it kills me to say, but they've got a big play in how games turn out.
They certainly do, and you can see here, look at the pressure coming through the pack. And again, the Gen Blue side, they drive over. Strang controls it at the back, looking to get the penalty as Wilkinson runs wide. In behind all that is a terrible-looking pass there, and it's going to be called back, and so it should, Peter.
Yeah, the ball went backwards. Just a bit of wind out there. He's just playing with his arm there. Maybe it was his arm's fault.
Of course, this game live streamed on Facebook. Great initiative by Rugby.com.au. Promoting the game. And, of course, live on their website as well. Rugby.com.au.
The more eyeballs we get watching rugby at this level, the better the game will be in the future. So, as you said, great initiative by Rugby.com.au and Adam Fry. They're driving the digital content.
Definitely has. The competition has the opportunity to be better than its counterpart in rugby league, the Holden Cup or Toyota Cup or whatever it is. It certainly breeds a good brand of rugby and certainly creates a new form of interest as well, especially in states like Western Australia. And
yeah, we've got a chance to really own that next level. You know, as you said, the league aren't doing that well with promoting their 20s, so this is a great chance for Australian rugby. You know, when's it going to be on Foxtel? That's the next step.
As we see now, the scrum just about to get set. Victor Harris there, just getting a bit of attention. I don't know if that's allowed when it's not 40 degrees, is it? The front row,
Doesn't matter what temperature it is, they still run their gaskets pretty hot, these front rowers.
Well, certainly at scrum time they have been, and here they come again, coming together as Sullivan puts the ball in, and the Gen Blue side trying to drive over, but the force equal to the task as they go wide. Now the ball unfortunately goes over the top, and Clements kicks it forward. Nicely cleaned up by O'Sullivan, but he's going to be under pressure here as they try to counter-ruck here, and good strength shown by the big cheek cam. So Hondras now looking to go wide again. Malolo always takes a few with him. We've seen throughout the match. Remember the name. Finally getting put to ground. Now O'Sullivan tries to get a darting little run from the back of the breakdown there, but taken around the legs in the end. Latu there, has he got a bit of a problem? No, he's okay. So the force, again, looking to play on the fringes. Being patient at the moment as Acolo takes that in, and O'Sullivan under pressure. All the inside ball, and thanks very much, Mr. Hondras, because he was cleaned up on the inside, and Wilkinson just juggles the ball and takes it in. Johnson Holmes, will he pass or pick and drive? He'll do the former. That's going to be a penalty, yeah, not rolling away. So nicely refereed there and nicely played by both sides. Good patience shown.
Yeah, really impressed with the game management from both the 9s and the 10s. You know, knowing when to go around the corner, knowing when to hit back, looking for field position when they need it. 6 minutes to go before half time. Gen Blue could do with a much needed try here.
Yeah, they need the pressure here, and the chase isn't the best on the back of that kick.
It's a coach killer not finding touch, yeah.
Yes, expecting to go out, but it didn't. So here comes Ram on the far side, looking to hit back towards Clements, and doesn't link up with him, but gets his forwards around him. So now the Gen Blue side looking to build something here. Little kick over the top. I thought maybe they need possession here, but it's going to find touch. And Lokatui.
Big line out here. Look for Lockie Swinton or Ryan McCauley to pinch one.
Yeah, they really need to get up, don't they, and contest it here. And to be fair, Malolo
hasn't missed a beat, has he?
He's been on point, hasn't he, all game. And again, not the best throw, but they get up and gather it in.
Gen Blue not contesting there. You know, 5 minutes to go in the first half. You think you get up there and challenge the force. It wasn't a great throw, but Maholo, as you said, can't do much wrong now.
And O'Sullivan with the box kick coming through and just bouncing off the chest again. But now the Gen Blue side attacking Cheekam. Here comes Cheekam looking for support. He might not need it. Cheekam's going to go all the way, and that's a good individual try, Peter.
Yeah, great work there by Cheekam, and topped it off with a beautiful dive, which I always like to see. You know, straightened up, back to his skills, and went over for a good 5-pointer with soon to be 7.
Yes, certainly in full flight. He looks like a damaging athlete out there, doesn't he? As we see here, just pass the ball, give it to Cheekam, and look at him. Nice footwork there, the dummy, the palm. He had it all, Peter.
Yeah, just straightened. Just early on in the game, he was going a little bit across field. Now he knows to go straight. So the coach has got the message out there, and And he's done a great work to get his team in the lead with 3.5 minutes to go, mate.
So here's James Ram now.
He won't miss his. He can't miss his.
We're sitting on a big log here, so let's touch it. Touch the wood, mate. In these conditions, you can see Kippax, it's churning up a little bit here. Of course, the Waratahs training ground. The game was to be played at Allianz, but weather conditions have forced us out the back, Peter, and I don't mind being under this tent with you.
Oh, it's nice and cozy, isn't it? Just waiting for the marshmallows and the sleeping bags, and we'll stay here for the night.
So here's Honduras with the restart. Right before halftime, they didn't need that.
No, they were clearly the dominant side for that second period. And then a compounded error. You know, the energy levels, see the shoulders are down. You can't say that. You've got to jog back. Mistake's a mistake.
Well, the mistake's there again. So Gen Blue with one more opportunity before halftime, and the coaching staff of Gen Blue would be happy with another try here before the finish.
Looking at his watch.
Of course, if you do want to get involved in the game, of course, you can watch it live on Facebook. Also, Twitter hashtags, hashtag Super 20s. So what can Gen Blue now do? Strang feeds that ball right in the centre again as they look to push through, and here they come. The Gen Blue side, and another very good scrum as Strang comes off the back, looking to step, weave away. He's got plenty of pace. Can he get away? He almost can. Oh, Ram coming outside. Will he score? Yes, he will. Nice try to the winger. Finishing off as all wingers should there, Peter.
Yeah, that's the key KPI of a winger. But no, it's a good finish by them. And, in the space of 2 minutes, Gen Blue go well ahead.
Yeah, certainly the fitness maybe the big trip coming into play here. Almost 40 down, and look at the speed and the acceleration here by Strang.
Theo Strang's been really the best on ground. You know, he's controlled the back of the ruck there and taken his opportunities when needed. Scored a nice little try in the first half and set up another one. So it's a good comeback from Theo from injury. Played 40 minutes last week, and he'd be pretty happy with that first half.
So extending the scoreline now, 24-14. Less than a minute remaining here. As Ram looking to convert his own try here. Coming in, strikes it. He strikes it nicely, but it's going to fade away there at the end. So we may just get one more play in before half-time. So the kickoff to come here. A little bit of injury time played, we're told. So the ball comes back to Wilkinson, and Wilkinson fires it downfield. Ewan bounces off his chest, but he forces it backwards.
Rain's starting to come down a little bit harder now, putting a bit of pressure on the boys. As you can see there from the skill.
Johnson Holmes with a nice little flick pass there. Wilkinson punching it in behind. Ewan forced to turn and chase. He'll get there and he'll get pressured, and just bouncing off a few tackles there and waiting now for his forwards and his team to get back, and they do so well, the force.
Kick this out, go to halftime.
Well, they'll pick and drive all the way up the field, Peter. As the ball now comes back, Honduras aims for that touch line, finds touch, and that's going to be half-time with the scores 24-14 to the New South Wales Gen Blue side. playing against the Force here, and a pretty good half there, Peter.
Yeah, great half of footy. You know, the Gen Blue got on the scoreboard early and put 2 quick tries on. The Force hit back and looked like they're a bit more dominant there towards that back end, and then how the game changes. You know, in 2 minutes, 2 tries, Gen Blue go into the halftime lead, leading 24-14.
We're going to take a quick break now and come back to you with all the second half action in about 5 minutes. Well, welcome back, everybody, as we see the huddles out there for the two sides. We took a quick little break just to dry ourselves off, Peter, and it didn't do much good because the rain has started tumbling down again here at Kippax Oval, which is probably one of the premier ovals in New South Wales rugby. It's holding up pretty well out there, actually. The ground is not too boggy. I'm sure that the sides that use it for training during the week will be immensely happy with it. But it's been a pretty good game so far. It's been open, it's been running, it's been fast, everything you expect from this Super 20s competition.
Yeah, the conditions have made a little bit of an impact on the game, but they're trying. Both teams are trying, and we love that. You know, we can accept when balls are dropped, when they're trying to spread the ball. So, half time, both coaches will be looking at pro energy levels. You know, when it's a bit tougher like this, you've got to be the team that wants it more and show that more energy in every little involvement, getting off the ground, coming off the line. This next 10 minutes, you know, if the Force can't put any points on the board, I think the Gen Blue might run away with this.
Yeah, certainly the Western Force, they'll be very happy that they did come back. They hung in, they looked out of it for a little bit, but I guess tries to Malolo and Vui, they got them back in the game, the big prop forwards for the Western Australian side.
Yeah, some great play by them. Malolo especially has had quite a few mentioned and been quite strong around the rucks. You know, for the Gen Blue team, Theo Strang, you know, he's really controlling this game along with Wilkinson. But I think the Gen Blue 9 and 10 are playing a little bit better than Rory O'Sullivan and Anthony Hendros there.
Of course, this game being brought to you by Rugby.com.au, live on the Rugby.com.au website, and of course Facebook as well. And the previous game, we're told, on Facebook, got over 43,000 people watching it, which is a great job by the ARU Power Brokers and getting these streams up online. So final numbers will probably be in by tomorrow, but we're expecting big ones, Peter. And this competition deserves it, as we see the lovely skyline of Sydney there.
Yeah, but the competition, as you just said, it deserves these eyeballs, you know. Like, it's a great way for the fans to familiarise themselves with some of these players who I'm sure will be playing Super Rugby this year at some point. You know, guys like Ryan McCauley, who's got a full-time contract with the Waratahs, Lockie Swinton, they're all putting a lot of pressure on the main squad, so really is a stepping stone. And for the fans out there, familiarise yourself with some of these players, because they are the future Wallabies.
Yeah, certainly. And another one to mention, he had a good half. He scored a try. Johnson Holmes, he set up a try as well. And the big red-headed prop forward, hailing from Newcastle. And it's good to see this Super 20s competition not only just picks people from the traditional pathways, but all throughout Australia.
Yeah, definitely. You know, and I just saw Johnson Holmes there reapplying his sunscreen coming into this second half.
Well, everyone knows that you burn better under dark clouds, Peter.
But the front row battle has been absolutely huge. I don't know who do we give the points to at the moment. Bradford's made quite a few little handy runs and offloads. You know, Harry Chapman, all tight head props, are the unsung heroes. They put their head down and just push in that scrum.
I think Theo Strang as well for mine for the Gen Blue side. He's been one of the best out there, and of course, let's not forget the number 10, Anthony Hendros for the Western Force. He's had a blinder of a first half.
Yeah, he'll be crucial in this first 10 minutes of this game to get his team on the front foot and really look for those opportunities. He probably needs to put the kick away a bit in the green zone, but he's got a lot of ability there, and the Force will be keeping an eye on him.
As the Force come back now, it'll be the Force to kick off and restart this second half, running right to left on your screens. And we're looking forward to a big half, an action-packed half with the rain now tumbling down here at Kippax.
Do we think there's a bit of wind? Can we have a bit of a wind update? We've got a sideline reporter, or we are the sideline reporters?
Yeah, we are today. We are on the sideline, so doing everything here. As the second half restarts now and kicked downfield and nicely taken in the end. It was Jaffa Williams now on the right wing. And he takes it back towards the midfielders. They'll look to clear the kick here through Wilkinson. Almost finding touch, but Ewan now goes back towards the short side, and trouble here now for the Gen Blue side.
Yeah, great little run there. We had a chat to Pat McCutcheon at halftime, and he was making sure, he just said a few comments around his team holding on to that ball, you know, playing it nice and tight, and when the opportunity presents itself, have attack out wide. Get Cheekham into the game, running straight up the field.
Yes, certainly, and he was buoyant about his side's effort as well, as they now go wide through Strang.
You had a chat to Dwayne Nestor. What did Dwayne say?
Yeah, Dwayne was very vocal and very happy with how his side came back, as we mentioned earlier on, and certainly looked to capitalise on a few errors by this Gen Blue side as they crept in. And we see there Wilkinson going without the ball, and very slippery conditions now for these two Super 20 sides. As the ball just taking a while to come out. Strang looking for it. He'll throw in the box kick there. And we see Max Girdler has joined the fray here in the second half. The big number 19. You can't miss him. I tell you what, they don't mind a redhead here, this Gen Blue side.
Yeah, it's good to have a bit of diversity in your team, you know, brings out the different crowds. But yeah, Max Girdler's got some huge reps on him.
Well, considering the conditions here, the crowd, it's probably a few hundred here, dressed up, rugged up in umbrellas.
It looks like a good old fashioned country game with the cars in the background and the barbecues going and the beers flowing.
So that one not straight there. Little push, and that man, Max Girdler, making impact straight away, not taking a backward step. Obviously been told by the coaching staff to go and roll things up a little bit out there, Peter.
Very Pat McCutcheon-esque. Paddy used to love pushing the guys around, and as he got older, he knew he could push them around and get about 5 minutes break. See Max Girdler there, bringing a bit of energy. Is what they need. This game needs a bit of energy now. Crucial time.
Well, he was in the setup last year, Max Girdler, and he was impressive then. So coming off the bench here today, and the Force side coming through on the scrum and getting the Gen Blue side going sideways, and they'll have to go short side, will they? Oh, almost on there is Wilkinson turning. That man, Cheekham on the inside. He'll almost go untouched under the posts.
Paddy McCutcheon, so true at halftime. Talking about getting the ball to Cheekham, straight up the field.
Never a wiser word said. And certainly playing to the game plan, and
runs a really nice line there.
Yeah, exciting when you see them straighten up and really back their ability and going under the post.
Bit of a Wilkinson had a bit of a juggle with the ball, but when you execute it like that, it's like the bounce pass, the juggle. Gets the teams looking around, but you know that's a great line by Cheekham to cross for a double early on in the Super 20s.
Yeah, he gets his double there, so probably the leading try scorer at the moment.
You'd probably say so.
And you'd probably think that he's going to get quite a few more as well. So they'll be happy with the performance as the rain really coming down here. The tent we're in here is almost flooding, and makes no mistake with that one. So the Force coming back now for the restart again. They want to get this one deep. And that one, no pressure there. The chase wasn't really on, but not finding touch, so a good chance to counter here. And drop cold there. He's had a good game so far, Okolo, but unlucky, just putting his head up, looking where he was going to run, Peter.
Yeah, the weather's having a bit of an impact now. As I said, it's only 4 minutes in, but you really do have to catch those. I can't give any sympathy there. That's putting a huge amount of pressure onto the Force now. And whilst they do love a good scrum, I think they're now just a bit sick of hitting these 8-on-8.
Yeah, well, you can just see there the enthusiasm too by the Gen Blue side after the try, and the kick chase there was a very good one. But previous to that, the Force really had nothing on that kickoff restart, did they?
No, as I said at the halftime break, the energy levels are what's going to win this game. So I think the Force need to inject a few off their bench.
Yeah, the Force have brought on Nord Wessels. So it looks like he's come into the fly half. So Hondras, don't know if there's an injury. We might get a report on that because he had a very good first half. So been replaced as Strang comes off the scrum again, and good hands there by Wilkinson. Oh! And here they come. The Force making the breakthrough. Matt Lander, and Matt Lander will go all the way. Out of nothing there, Peter. We're shell-shocked on the sideline.
It's what the Force desperately needed. He's been quite impressive today, but what a good winger does, pins his ears back and doesn't get caught, and tops it off with a nice little drive.
He pounced on it, didn't he, there? And you can talk us through the running style there, Peter.
Look, if you look at a winger that wears long tights, backs himself in the speed, uses it for the dives, he doesn't get those grass cuts on his thighs. You know, nothing worse in the shower when you get those grass cuts. I wouldn't know. I never had that many people close to me to dive. I used to put the ball down nicely, but for wingers that want to dive, you know, they wear their long tights.
Reminds me of a young Shane Werrett.
Yes. With the torpedoes. Shame where it was only good for that half-time and grand final to run in the fastest race against Lee Odenryan.
Oh, definitely.
And then Martin Afire.
He came out and he was on fire, as are the Force at the moment. So there's a spring in their step now, Peter, here at Kippax. There's now the ball kicked deep and Ewan almost going over his head. He's going to have to come back, take the kick as Clements fields the ball, was looking for the quick one, but decided against it. But some of these bigger Force guys, they're going to maybe need to make a couple of replacements soon, Peter, because they look a little bit physically worn out at the moment.
Yeah, I'd be getting a few of the probably a second rower and a front rower on now to lift some of the energy for them. But that's the beauty of not being a coach.
O'Sullivan absolutely got crunched there, running in between a couple of forwards.
Trying to get that his head ducking to get another yellow card. Very strategic by the 9. There's a Force and a penalty here.
Yeah, good defence there by the Gen Blue side. Wouldn't mind giving away that penalty with a very physical form of line speed here.
Probably the unfortunate side of being in a tent on the sideline is that we don't get our usual food brought up to us by the catering companies of the stadium. So,
not to worry about that. Not eating today anyway. As we go to Malolo. He's probably eaten a fair bit this morning because he's playing with plenty of vigour still. And there's Vui, losing the ball. But it's play on, says the referee.
Yeah, the weather allows a few knock-ons here and there just to keep the game flowing. It's a good rule they've
So Wessels with a little kick in behind. Sorry to cut you off there, Peter. It's trouble as they come through on the ball, the Force. Can't quite get there. Nice work in the end by Clements, but plenty of pressure now for this Gen Blue side. And Strang with the box kick.
Oh, the crowd called that. The referee listened. It's offside. Penalty to Gen Blue. The second rower. He thought if you can steal a few extra metres here, you might be a chance to get a try.
Well, that one not finding touch. So, again, as you said, bit of a coach killer there, Peter.
Yeah, I see what he was trying to do. He saw a bit of space and he thought he could roll it in there. However, one thing a player's been very rarely to do is control that bouncing ball. It's got a mind of its own, especially in this weather.
Well, in this weather, it's not only got a mind, but it's also got feelings, Peter. And certainly doing its own thing there, so it'll come all the way back. And what could have been a good pressure situation there for the Waratahs side.
The Force still got their starting 8 on. You know, so whether this is a genius stroke that they'll put them on a bit later on, but you know, if I'm coaching, I'm putting some fresh blood in here right now.
Oh, good scrum by the Force. In any case, the Gen Blue side going backwards, controlled nicely by O'Sullivan. Here's Wessels, runs to the line. Oh, unlucky there. Latu it was. Good defence by the Gen Blue side, but it's going to be a penalty offside. So it's a case of maybe the line speed's a little bit too quick at the moment, Peter.
Yeah, look, in the video session, that number 13 there will say, I would have caught it, but they were clearly offside. The pressure was too much. Wasn't my skill error. So they need to score here. If they score, they're back in it.
Well, they're going to go for the points strategically with 10 down. Just over 10 minutes in this second half, looking to claw their way back into this, the Force.
When I arrived this morning, I saw this guy doing a few kicks, and I haven't seen someone hit it as sweet in a number of years.
Apart from his number 10 counterpart, Hondras, he was hitting them pretty well.
I was probably going to say Andrew Leeds back in the Parramatta Rugby Union days out of Death Valley. As someone has struck it so sweet. Do me proud.
So here comes Wessels. He's hit it. And the flags go up. So the Force hit back again. So a nice little three-pointer there. It'll be 31-24 with 52 down on the clock. And now the Gen Blue side struggling to get back for the restart. Couple of heads down there. They're going to have to come and get back with the enthusiasm, Peter.
Yeah, it's been a very up and down game from both teams, but it's been a great game. You know, the conditions here could have made it into a pretty dour affair, but as you can see there, a bit of a cheer from the heavy Force contingent in the crowd, which I think is the bench of the Force. But
yeah, they certainly travelled over, didn't they? A couple of them getting on the GAN. Straight into Central.
They left on Wednesday for this big game.
Yep, down at Cottesloe Beach, just thinking, what are we going to do this week? Let's get the GAN to Kippax. And this game, of course, brought to you by Rugby.com.au. Doing great things in promoting grassroots and mid-tier rugby. This is the best of the best in the under-20s. This is the Super 20s. And again, the Force scrum under a lot of pressure and coming up there. Referee's going to let it play on as Wessels now putting the ball on the boot with not the best looking kick. Oh, coming through on it there was Tim Clements and just bouncing off the chest. If he had have caught that, he would have been away, but now the Force with a good chance to attack again.
These guys aren't short of confidence here. Really attacking that in these conditions.
Playing a little one out now. Malolo. Ball comes wide and O'Sullivan pass off the deck. The conditions really hampering that passing game of his, and this is a good run. James Ram. But in the end, he's put to the ground in a heavy tackle by Malolo. He's everywhere and coming up through the middle, and here they come. Inside to Strang. Can he get past the opposition? Inside ball. Oh, Simpson goes without it.
Great passage of play there. A few opportunities opening up in the ruck now. But Theo Strang, he's had a stormer of a game. He's been everywhere. Just fails to make that last pass. But you see here, Girdler goes straight through. Theo Strang on the inside. Bit of a juggle again. The support play was probably about half a yard behind him.
Yeah, definitely. And unlucky there, but nice work there by Girdler. He's certainly made an impact since he's come on at half time. He's a bit of an enforcer as well, isn't he, Girdler? He's got that nightclub bouncer look about him.
All we need now is a bit of black tape around the ears. And it'd be very much Paddy McCutcheon.
So here they come, the Force, driving over.
I never thought I'd say it, but I'm actually enjoying these scrum battles. For this level of football, this is been very good to watch.
Well, as you said, it's a great thing from Australian rugby as Holgate takes a pretty heavy knock there midfield and loses the ball.
Very strong defence there.
Yeah, it was a great tackle there by, I'm pretty sure it was our man, Cheek Cam, coming in and meeting him.
Simon Cron would be pretty happy watching these two teams go head-to-head. Simon Cron, the new head coach of Australian 20s, getting around to all the games. We can see him in the crowd here.
Yeah, certainly enjoying the match. There's a big smile on his face for a man who's a coach, and we know coaches rarely smile, apart from your good self, Peter.
If he's watching this, he may be in Brisbane up with Norse, but he may be here as well. He's one of those guys. Great coaches can be everywhere. Simon Cron, big shout out to you if you're watching.
course, that big club championship's on today. Sydney Uni playing the pre-game. Of course, Reds versus Rebels, Super 20s was the first one, kicking off at 12. Big day up there at Brothers. And again,
a great initiative, you know. This is all these opportunities to showcase some of our levels of football. It's very, very good.
Yeah, certainly rugby has the unique opportunity that there is so many levels of rugby, not just in the city, but country, and of course the age divisions like the Super 20s that we're watching now, the NRC.
Yeah, and we're getting
sevens.
We're getting closer to all of them aligning. You know, there's still a bit of the clubs trying to stamp their authority, but we're getting a lot closer now, and over the next 12 months, I'm looking forward to seeing everyone on the same page, because we have a great product to sell, and we've got some great footy players, as you can see here on the field. So Rugby.com doing a great job showcasing this level, and as you said, the club rugby on lots of TV to watch, rolling into the 2 games tonight as well. Brumbies versus Crusaders and Waratahs versus Force to top off the Super Saturday.
It is a Super Saturday, and this is the Super 20s. And again, we see another scrum out here. And the forwards coach for both sides will definitely be licking their lips, because this is an outstanding effort by both sides, both packs meeting each other.
I think some of these boys will be quite sore finishing this game. Theo Strang barking some orders there to the forwards, which all the forwards love, you know, when the 9's telling them to push a bit harder. I think we're going to see Johnson Holmes just snot Theo Strang here in a sec.
Of course, Johnson Holmes, the captain as well, has authority. Yeah, nicely controlled at the back again. This time Girdler with the effort.
Good little
as they
style
drive
there.
Forward. Yeah, nice. As they drive forward, advantage being played here. Strang picks it up. Wilkinson has it, steps off his right. Taken down about 10 out. Digging for it there. They go wide, and can he pick it up?
I'd just like Wilkinson to get a little bit deeper. He's just getting caught with the defence rushing up on him, and he just can't get it on the outside. If he can just get a little tip on to the 12 or a forward runner, they're in behind the line. You can see the pass there by Theo Strang, pushing it a little bit, and Uribe trying to cross in the corner, but coming back for a penalty now, which they go for another scrum. We just need another scrum, don't we?
Well, this is what foundations are built on, Peter, and of course the foundation's looking good for rugby in the future.
Harry, the unsung hero, Harry Chapman, the tight head prop for Gen Blue. This could be his try here, I think.
As they're about to get set here.
Max Girdler looks to the 10 to pretty much say to him, we're not going to give you the ball, son. We're going to push this straight across the line.
Strang looks at the referee, feeds the ball, and here they come. The Gen Blue side. It's pretty to watch, Peter.
This could be a penalty try here, I think.
He picks up Girdler instead. Drives forward. Simpson comes over the top. There goes, and here's Johnson Holmes.
Looking for a double.
Almost burrows over, and they're close. They're very close, and that's a try. Lockie Swinton, Sydney University player of the future. He goes over for what was a tough try, but it was an easy try in the end.
Yeah, well worked. You know, a lot of pressure they built up there. The scrum, we've got to give that try to Harry Chapman, the unsung hero of the pack, working hard to get the ascendancy there. And Lockie Swinton, right time, right place, barges over for what is a try that puts the Gem Blue in a commanding position now.
So we'll see here. James Ram keeps the kicking duties.
In or out?
In.
It's great commentary there, isn't it?
Over. He Seems a bit rushed through his kick as we see the flags go up.
Do you double as a kicking coach in your spare time?
Yes. I'm the poor man's Daryl Halligan. As we go back now, Vessels has the ball.
Some would say that's Hassan.
So they find a bit of space there, the Force. And that ball comes through, and Wessels is belted, and here they go. There's space on the outside. Taken down, though, Jaffa Williams. There's trouble if they go wide. They're short here, the Force. Strang. Just setting the play up there, and Strang gets around Wilkinson. Lokatui. The play's just slowed down a little bit here. They had an opportunity to really put the screws on there, the Gen Blue side, but now they've lost the ball, Peter.
Yeah, it's very up and down football, but great to watch. If it's true, if the game sticks true to form, the Force should get a long-range try here.
Look at the hit there. Gee, Cam, it was.
It's actually a nice take to start with, and he's just clipped one.
That is how you put one on. Good body height, straight around the bread basket. We see a bit of trouble there. Is it Ryan McCauley out there?
Oh, they've called for the stretcher, which is not good news.
It's no good at all.
But it's really impressed with the skill set. I'm talking about it a lot today, but the way they're trying to throw the ball around, getting the offloads, shows all the work they've been doing in the preseason. And Paddy McCutcheon, you'd be happy with this. Points are points in this game. So, as we said at half time, he just wanted them to lift the energy levels, and I'm sure they've shown that.
Well, the Force, they're still not out of it here with 15 minutes to go. And you can see now those raindrops, they've turned into buckets. We know what that means. Plenty more scrums to come, Peter.
Well,
as we see.
The tent we're in here, I'd love to take this camping with us, I think. We have not got a drop on us.
It is my camping tent. I make the kids sleep outside. Yeah, so this is no good. We don't like to see this. And unfortunately, rain, hail or shine, Tom Perotti comes from the field, gets a nice little ovation from what is a pretty big crowd here at Kippax. Surprising. Given the conditions, but all the diehards are here. You can see the umbrellas on the touchline.
You can see a few umbrellas there for St. Joseph's, the great rugby nursery.
Yeah, it's got nothing on the prestigious Singleton High School for boys and girls.
Not men and ladies, boys and girls.
65 down. Here we go. Time back on. And this is better stuff by the Force. Looking to draw the penalty there, but coming back in. Oh, Vessels juggles the ball. Thought it might have been a little knock on, and here comes the Force side. Malone bouncing out of a couple there. Malone gets them over halfway, so the Force now attacking. And O'Sullivan's come from the field as well for this Force side. So a couple of changes now made by this Force side. Michael McDonald's come on to replace, mind you, O'Sullivan.
Hard to see now with this weather. Really bucketing down.
As we see Anzac Parade in the background there. Cars have almost slowed to a standstill. But this game hasn't, Peter, as they feed the scrum here. They go the short side. McDonald takes the ball, almost draws and passes, but decides to kick. Unfortunate there. The ball just bouncing, looking to maybe force another error there. And now they try to get the ball wide. Here's the try scorer, Trey Malone. So knock forward with plenty of mistakes creeping into the game now. And while you don't want to blame the weather, it's got something to do with it, but fatigue as well. These Super 20 sides have certainly been going at it at a frenetic pace all game.
Some new blood in the front row there, as you said. Let's see if they can keep the standard up of the scrums we've had.
Yeah, Vui, the only original starter there. Quite a few changes. Lakio in the 20, you can see there on the screen as well. And Lachlan Curry in the number 19 jerseys come on for the Force side too. Now they go wide. Wilkinson with a little chip over the top, trying to force an error, but he's been safe all day, hasn't he? Ewan, he's driven back that time, back towards the halfway as they go wide.
Good pressure there by Lockie Swinton. He's been solid in defence all game. I just don't think the Force should be kicking away possession.
You know, and here comes Ram down the sideline. He'll kick away possession as well. Oh, nicely taken, Ewan. But he's wrapped up there in a good tackle by Ram, chasing his own kick. But that's a penalty.
Straight off their feet there, the Gen Blue, putting a bit of pressure on that ruck. Yeah, I think they've got to keep ball in hand here. I think they tighten up around the rucks.
Yeah, Don McGrath's come on the field as well. So we see here the ball's been kicked out. So here we go. Plenty of fans out here enjoying the spectacle that is Super 20. So here come the Force. It's not their last chance, but they're running out of time here as they drive forward. The Gen Blue side trying to defend, stacking them all. Well controlled at the back. As we see McDonald yelling at his troops to keep the ball in, the replacement halfback. And that is a penalty.
That's great control there by the Force. You can sense they've lifted a little bit in that last passage. Kick it to the corner here, do it again. They get a try. We're back right into a close game.
We certainly are as Wessels takes the ball. And he finds touch with ease. So now, perfect opportunity. Almost close enough here to set up the rolling maul. They showed just then they're quite capable of controlling it.
The wind's starting to come in here, and the tent's just showing a little bit of worse for wear here.
We've got 10 minutes of it. As we get back into the action here, you can see Girdler priming his troops there. They need to defend here, the Gen Blue side.
They catch this, they score.
Or goes over the top. So Okolo goes to ground. Oh, up through the middle. Here they come. Rui! He has scored! The big man! What a game he's had, Peter.
Very similar to his first try there. Looking around the edges, seeing the opportunity, taking it, makes this ball game back on.
Certainly is back on. That'll take the score to 29-38 with a kick to come. It's a tough one.
You can see here, I said if they catch it, they score. That's all you have to do. It's a simple game, this football.
Well, maybe not coming out the way we expected, but they did well to...
There he is. He sees that opportunity, runs straight over Theo Strang. And crosses there for a double that will go down in the ages. The first double, I think, this year by a tight head prop.
Well, the double-double, isn't it?
It certainly is.
He's won 2 tight heads, hasn't he, as well?
Yeah, I didn't watch that closely.
Kick coming in by Wessels.
It's game on here. 38-31, 7-point buffer. 8 minutes to go.
Yeah, everyone's standing, and it's not because there's no grandstand. It's because Kippax Field is absolutely alight here.
We're on our feet because the log we were sitting on is now absolutely drenched.
I'm pretty sure I've got trench foot. As we go back to the action now, slowing the game down a little bit here. As we see a couple of replacements being made.
Referee's just making some comment, just seeing if his hair looks good in the weather. Yep, he's got the official confirmation. It looks good. We're off.
The slice of Devon certainly would be feeling it. As we go back deep now.
Let's hope the referees don't get this version when they watch the review.
A Colo. The kick off the back by McDonald. It's a good box kick. Taken by Clements. Clements turns, he spins, he tries to get away down that train track there on the far side.
Can't get past our man Vui though.
Oh, the ball's juggled. It's a circus out there, Peter, at the moment. The ball handling.
Look at that, the force. New energy. They're lifting. They can smell a bit of an upset here. Lockie Swinton.
7 points behind.
6.5 to go. Definitely not out of it. Do we have golden point?
Unfortunately, no. A draw's a draw in the great game of rugby. Of course, being brought to you by Rugby.com.au. Streaming live on Facebook as well. Great initiative by the team at ARU headquarters. And, of course, you can tune in to their digital radio as well. Tonight, bringing you all the homegrown Super Rugby action. So the digital team really getting things going as we see the Force now getting things going here. Johnson Holmes just on his haunches there. He's had a massive game.
Bit of deja vu here. Kick to the corner, catch it, score. What do you think?
Well, depends how much he gets on the kick. I don't think he's found the touchline there, has he? Or certainly Clements doesn't believe so.
Well, that's a big play. 5 metres out.
What a kick. Clements was trying with all his enthusiasm there to talk the referee and the touch judge out of it, but touch judge was right on the spot. So now, 5 metres out. And you're right, I think if they do catch, they score here, Peter. And this makes it very interesting coming into the last 5 minutes. Oh, they go to the back.
That's a big throw.
And the inside ball. Here they come, the Force. They're spinning. They're metres out. They go from the back again. And they go up in jubilation. And this could be a treble here. Just trying to get a number on the play. Was it Vui?
Let's give it to Vui.
Well, it's a team try anyway. Throwing to the back of the line out there as well. The danger play. No one expecting it.
Yeah, it's certainly one of those things from a coach would go, what are they doing? But they've executed that bang on. As you can see here, safe play would be go to the front. He's hit that on a dime, thrown it back inside, and they've got straight behind the Gen Blue line. Looking to see you've got the number here, number 18.
Yeah, certainly was. Rhea was the try scorer there. The replacement. So the prop forwards eating plenty of meat pies here today.
The kick to tie it up, and he's been pretty accurate. As I said, there's been none better since Andrew Leeds kicking down at Death Valley with the old leather balls and the stitches.
He'd love it in the wet too today.
As the clock counts down.
So he comes in. It goes towards, oh, it's waved away. Unfortunate there, missed opportunity, but there's now 2 points in this game. 38-36. With about 3.5 minutes remaining with a little bit of injury time. As that ball kicked downfield deep. But here they come, winding up there was Okolo.
He's been strong running game today, Okolo. Looks to put get his team going forward. Oh, we see a little bit of mistake there from the force. Didn't need it in this time. 3 minutes to go.
Ball comes out. Wilkinson takes the line on. He needs to control the ball. They need to keep it tight here, Peter. Oh, offside there. Referee says a play on. Didn't need to push that pass, so here come the force. Almost getting the break. Kafanonga.
Now they're all excited, not about the drop, but the fact we're having another scrum. Lots of talk there. We're right in on that referee's microphone. They're saying, great game, guys. Looking forward to this last minute and 2 minutes to go.
Looking forward to the red eye home tonight as we go to another scrum. But it's a big opportunity here for the Force in the opening round of this Super 20s competition. It's a nail biter. And we can see here,
That's way too big. You've got to come closer.
as we listen to the referee, not happy with the gap. For the first time in the match in the 78th minute. So after 15 scrums, it's not a bad effort by the young 20-year-old lads out there. 38-36. The clock is ticking down. Can Gen Blue hold on? Can the Force come through as victors?
Oh, he's fed that into the second row. It's very reminiscent of the last field we commentated at.
So they come back. Wessels.
The wind taking that.
Oh, wow, look at the pressure here. And here come the Force. It's going to be close.
They've got a turnover
Geordie
here.
Holgate, great work at the breakdown. But the Gen Blue side come up with it. The ball goes wide. They're going to have to control the ball well here, the Gen Blue side. The coaching staff. They've cleared the bench.
That's coming close to us there, I think.
The ball thrown in for the quick one. Nice foresight there by you, and it's popped out. The Gen Blue side come up with it. 30 seconds remaining in normal time. Wilkinson, the outside of the boot kick. Ewan now sums it up. He has to run it, and he does. Taken down, so now the Force, they need to control the ball. They need to keep the ball in play. They go short. Oh, he's dropped it. Advantage being played. Gen Blue pick it up. Strang. He's been sublime. Wilkinson. And good counter-rucking. Good counter-rucking by the Force. It's going to be a penalty, and that should all but seal it, Peter.
Don't speak too soon here.
Calls if they've got no line out. So we're going to see them go for maximum points here. A decision, not an odd one, but backing themselves here, this Gen Blue side. Would you have taken the points there, Peter?
No, I don't think that game's really set himself up for that. I think this is more about getting a try and putting it in a much more commanding way.
Well, we're well into injury time now here. As the ball comes to the back and juggled, Girdler. Girdler takes a couple with him. Advantage being played. And now Strang. He's under pressure. Simpson. He's been solid all game. Big effort by the breakaway. Here's Strang. Wide ball to Wilkinson. Juggles it. Inside ball. Oh, Cheekham almost getting through for his third. Advantage is still being played here. Wilkinson. Out the back. Jacob Cowley going without it, but advantage was played in front of the sticks. Now surely, to close the game, you go for the points.
You go for a scrum here.
Well, he's going to go for the goal. And that should close out the game. What a game it's been, Peter. Highlights galore. Prop scoring tries. Scrums, tight heads. Length of the field. Wingers tries. What hasn't it had?
And that score over 70 points in these conditions is we said at the start, hopefully they get to see both teams throw the ball around, and they haven't disappointed. This should just about wrap it up.
As we see James Ram. He's had a decent day with the boots. A high-scoring game. Coming in for the shot. The flags go up.
Still more time on the clock.
Yeah, there's a little bit of injury time if we remember. Play was stopped for quite a while. We're getting indications from the timekeeper that there's probably another minute and a half, 2 minutes remaining, he's saying. So game not over, 41-36. That was nicely taken, wasn't it? Putting their heads down now, certainly the Waratahs, as we see a couple of subs have come on.
Oh, there's a turnover here. Oh.
First one. Second.
Scrum to the force, there's still a chance.
So Banjo Travers has come on at halfback. Probably the best name in rugby at the moment, Banjo Travers. And they tell me he's a real talent as well coming through the ranks. He's got a little bit of Nick Phipps about him, hasn't he?
Yes, he does, and comes through the Sydney University club as well. Won a Colts premiership the last couple of years, and be looking forward to playing probably another year in Colts. It's amazing how young and how dominant some of these players can be.
Oh, good scrum there by the Gen Blue side. Comes off the back. Simpson. Good alertness shown by the breakaway there. And here's Girdler. He's had a big second half, the big man in red. Oh, it's a turnover again.
That could be it, I think.
Double knock on, and yes, it is. That's game over. Ever so close. 41-36 in favour of the Waratahs against the Force Super 20 side. What a game, Peter.
Yeah, standouts for me. Theo Strang at 9, but you can't overlook the front row from both teams. It's definitely, they set the platform and enabled this game to be one hell of a game. So great work there by the Gen Blue coming over with a strong win, but the Force, they can be pretty happy with that performance.
Yeah, certainly was. 41-36, the final scoreline in the opening round of this Super 20s competition, live at Kippax Oval, and of course live on Rugby.com.au. Thanks for tuning in. Peter Playford, thanks for joining us. I'm Gareth Wozniak, and we'll catch you next week.